Hey guys, for today's video we are going to be unboxing and trying out the brand new Boxycharm for the month of April, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm super excited for this box since it is festival themed. And if you guys know me, I'm a huge sucker for colorful beauty products, and I feel like around festival season and with summer coming up, a lot of brands are always launching like really colorful products, so I'm super excited to see what's in this box. I do want to throw a disclaimer out there that Boxycharm did send me this box, however this is not a sponsored video. All of the opinions that I do say are my own, and I do have an affiliate link if you are interested in using it. I'll have it in the description box down below, and I do receive a small commission on it if you use it. If you aren't familiar with Boxycharm, it is a monthly beauty subscription service and it is $21 a month. In each box you will receive either 4 or 5 full-size items with a retail value of $100 or more per box. You guys have no idea how many times I said that, like literally that was such a tongue twister for me. I have no idea why, but oh my gosh, I probably said it like 10 times. So the first item that we are going to use today is the Pure Cosmetics Festival palette, and the packaging of this one is seriously so cute. I really love it. It definitely gives like a festival type of vibe. And then here is the back of the palette as well. It's just so cute. So once we open her up, as you can see, this palette does contain a mirror, which is really nice. I really appreciate when palettes do have a mirror in them. I think it's just a really nice touch. And in this palette there are 12 eyeshadows, 6 of which are shimmer, 2 of which are these like pressed glitter type of formula, and the rest are matte. And then for those curious, here are the eyeshadows up close. So the first shade that we are going to go into today is called Epic, and I'm going to go in with this Lexi 209 shading brush, which also came in this box. So with Epic, I am applying it into my crease and blending it upwards towards my brow bone, and I'm doing back and forth motions in my crease, as well as using it to kind of round out my outer V a little bit. So when I'm applying the shadow, I'm using my brush vertically instead of horizontally, just to help myself get like a little bit better of a blend. And I do want to mention, off camera, I did use my eyeshadow primer as well as set that with a skin tone colored eyeshadow. So the next shade that I'm going to go into of the palette is called Wild Child. It is the bright pink in the palette, and I'm going to go in with a Lexi 229. And then with Wild Child, I'm going to be applying it into the inner half of my crease and up towards my brow bone. I'm just only focusing this into my crease. I don't want any of this on my lid. So I'm really applying it and pushing the product into my crease and then blending it upwards. And to help me kind of blend it out into Epic, I'm just doing like little circular motions. So once you have that applied, I'm now going to go into Gypsy, which is the kind of shimmery purple in the palette, and I'm going to go in with a different Lexi 229. And then with Gypsy, I'm just going to be applying it into my crease and the outer half of my eye, and also using it to kind of round out my outer V. I'm not really connecting it into the pink yet, I'm just only kind of placing it where I want it to be. This purple is definitely not as pigmented as the pink was, because that pink was like amazing. This one you have to really build it up. And to help me blend the pink into the purple, I'm just going to take a little bit more Wild Child, that pink shade, again on that Luxie brush that we had the pink on earlier. I'm going right over that harsh line. I'm doing back and forth motions, just to try to blend the two together. And I'm also kind of pushing the pink inwards a little bit more too, just because that purple is just a little patchy for my liking. And to help me blend out the edges of the eyeshadow, I'm just taking a little bit of a skin tone colored shadow, and I'm just like running it around the edge, just to help kind of diffuse that line. I'm doing like little circular motions as well. So once you have Gypsy applied, I am now going to go into All Night with this Lexi 231 small tapered blending brush. With this shade, I'm going to be applying it into the crease in my outer V and then flicking it inwards towards the pink. I don't want a lot of this color, I just want it for added definition, and I'm also using it to kind of round out my outer V just a little bit. But less is more definitely with this color, because it will kind of overpower the colors that we just already applied. I'm just doing little circular motions as well, just to blend it into the other colors. And to help me soften the edges of All Night, I'm just taking whatever is left on that Lexi 229 that had the purple on it. I'm just really like lightly buffing the edge, just to get a really nice gradient effect. So here's where I'm at right now with the look, and then off camera I'm just going to cut my crease using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair with this Lexi 245 small shader brush. So here's where I'm at right now after cutting the crease, and for today's look we are going to be doing something a little bit different than normal. I'm going to be going in with my Artist Koecher Diamond Glow Powder in the shade Summer Haze, but as you can tell, this one's not going to work on my skin tone. I'm extremely fair, but we are going to see how this one will apply onto the eyelids. This is my first time ever using a product from Artist Koecher, but I really wanted to show you guys the packaging. But when you open it, it has like a little sifter, but you can like open and close it like by this like middle piece. You just like twist it. And then it kind of like, it has like these little dots that appear, which is really handy, and I can see this being amazing for travel so it doesn't get like all over your bag. And with that Lexi 245 from earlier, I just dampened my brush, and I'm just going to be applying it to anywhere that the concealer is showing. In the past, I have heard influencers mention that you are able to really like build up an Artist Koecher highlighter to get them extra blinding. So I am going to do a second layer just to see how that works. Oh yeah, it definitely got more blinding this second time. Like the first time it was really subtle, and then now it's getting a lot more metallic. So to help me with this harsh line that I have from the concealer, I'm just going to really pack that shade called Gypsy to kind of mask it. And I'm also kind of like flicking it inwards to that gold shade that we have on the lid. So here's where I'm at right now with the look, and then off camera I'm just going to apply my foundation and lipstick and all of that. I know I look super crazy right now, but for eyeliner today we are going to go in with this Beauty For Real Finish Line eyeliner. This one is in the shade Jet Black. After curling my lashes, I'm now going to go in with this Better London Power Up Mascara, and I mean like the tube with this one is like super thick. Like, girl, she is thick. Like this is probably the thickest mascara tube I have ever seen. So looking at my lashes after applying this mascara, I can definitely say it is a very volumizing mascara, and if you do not watch out, it can kind of get a little clumpy, so you really want to make sure that you are kind of brushing your lashes through, otherwise you're going to have a hard time getting those clumps out. But overall, I think it's actually a really pretty mascara. I will say if you are somebody that doesn't like a really clumpy, kind of volumized and thickened lash, you definitely will not like this mascara, but for me personally, I think it's really pretty. For the lower lash line, I'm just going to take whatever is left on this Lexi 229, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to push my finger lightly on the brushes so it kind of like thins them out a little bit, and then whatever is left I'm just going to run underneath my eye. Because I don't really want too much color down here, just a little bit. But yeah, so here is the finished look, and for today's look I really wanted to do something kind of festival inspired and very colorful, and you guys know me, if I see any colorful eyeshadows in a palette I always gravitate towards them since they are my favorite. And I also did a middle part today, and I honestly really love it. I think it is very different for me, and sometimes change is good. But the other part of me is like, I just want to go back to what I'm used to. I am a Taurus, I hate change. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it, but for right now I think it's really cool and really different for me. Not to mention I have been watching way too many of Breezy's Instagram videos, and she has one and I love her so much. But yes, so with that said, I do want to share with you guys my thoughts and opinions about each of the products that we used today, first of which is the eyeshadow palette. And with this palette, the only shadow that I had some issues with was Gypsy right here, the purple in this palette. And this one initially applied really light and really patchy. I was able to build it up to where I wanted it to be, but it was really tricky to blend out as well. And I mean, like, I could get it to do what I wanted it to do, but it did take a lot more extra time and a lot more elbow grease to do so. However, the other shadows in this palette that I use, literally perfect, especially this pink shade right here called Wild Child. Absolutely gorgeous, and it's so pigmented and so beautiful on the eye. I do want to mention too, I am not the biggest fan of the name called Gypsy in this palette. I mean, out of all the names that you could have come up with, you called it Gypsy. Like, to me, that is just super derogatory and not cool on their part. The next item that I want to go over with you guys are these Lexi brushes, and if you guys know me, I am the biggest fan of Lexi brushes. I think they're amazing quality. I have a ton of them that I have purchased with my own money. I just absolutely love them, and I use them in literally pretty much all of my tutorials, and these are no exception to that. The hairs are really soft and really easy to use. They don't feel scratchy, and they're just really nice quality. The thing I will mention though is that my rose gold ones right here are a little bit heavier in the handles than these pink ones that I got, but other than that, they're really nice. The next item that I want to talk about with you guys is this Artist Koecher Diamond Glow Powder in the shade Summer Haze, and I was seriously so excited for this until I saw the shade of it, and I was like, dang it, why am I so fair? Because, like, I have heard so many great things, but I know these types of colors just do not work on my skin tone. They give me that, like, dreaded, like, kind of cast on my cheek, but if you are medium, this would look amazing on you, but if you are fair, you probably won't be able to wear it. However, on the lid, it's really pretty. It gives, like, a nice subtle sheen, but again, I was expecting it to be a little bit more blinding than it is. I was expecting it to be more like an Ofra Cosmetics highlighter, but again, I don't know how these look on the face since this color does not work for me. As for the Beauty For Real liner, I just feel like this is your standard like felt tip liner. I don't feel like there's anything special about it, honestly. Not to mention the tip of this is like so skinny and short. I don't know if you guys can see it, but like it is so tiny. And because of that, you have to like do like these like different types of like stamping motions to be able to get like a really nice kind of line without like bumping into your lashes and stuff. At least for me personally, since I do use a brush tip, there is a little bit of a learning curve. But I mean, it did give me a really nice line, but I don't know if I would spend $16 on it. Last but not least, the Butter London Power Up Mascara. I actually thought that this mascara was really nice and it definitely volumized my lashes. I will say though, you have to really watch how you comb it through your lashes because it can get kind of clumpy if you don't watch it. But other than that, I thought my lashes looked really nice. I will say though, I am somebody that wears false lashes. As you can tell, I did throw some on. So I mean, for me, like a really expensive mascara really isn't a necessity, but if you're looking for a really nice volumizing one, this one is really nice. With that said though, I do want to share with you guys some swatches of the palette that we used today. Free Spirit, Psychedelic, Good Vibes, Peace, Epic, Gypsy, Wild Child, 24 Magic. Ooh, that one's really pretty. All Night, Hidden Desert, Sunset, and then Fireworks. But yeah, so in the comments down below, let me know what your thoughts are on this box, and as always, I would really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button down below, and if you would like to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram account is @lethal_kitten, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and until next time, bye!